YouTube. Hello, Hope Crew, family. It's Dina. Good to see you there when you're dropping by. My husband was practicing his accordion, so I hope you'll be able to hear a little in the background in just a minute as he goes. I wanted to do an update on the state of the YouTube channel. Now it has been 10 days that I have been posting videos. So what I've been doing is I chose to do it every other day. I have a transitioning disorder, difficulty, where once I get deeply into something, it's very difficult for me to get back out of it and get into something else. And so my life is spent happiest in large blocks of regulated time. So I like to put aside maybe 3 hours to do something here, and then a little break to do something, and then a new 3-hour task or something like that. I don't pop around from thing to thing very well. Now, I can put a lot of things into categories, like house cleaning all goes into one category, and that's, a lot of things can get done in 3 hours that kind of way, or an hour and a half or something if it's cleaning and then I have to take a break. You get the idea. So the challenge of doing a video every day was just not reasonable for me, and I never participated in any of those challenges before. It was only after I found Odash and I saw the commitment that she had made to posting her shorts when I was actually subscribing to her when she was delivering, because at one point after my second divorce, I had moved back in with my mother in Shelby, North Carolina, and I was working for Domino's, and I was delivering pizzas. And so I was very interested. It brought back a lot of memories for me. I had recently found out that a very dear friend of mine from that time passed, Sebastian Byers, and we all loved Fred. And so this kind of, sort of resonated with me for a lot of things at the same time. I'd been trying to get in touch with Fred and see how he was, and I found out he had died in COVID. And he was just an incredible man. He had such a voice. He had such a powerful voice, and a powerful voice for poetry and for love and compassion and people. And it's not a surprise that he couldn't be locked down by COVID. All right, where was I? See, this is why I don't like to do these talks so much. But so I had just been, all of these things sort of came at me at the same time. And Dodash then started publishing a different kind of video, Then she started her YouTube videos about, oh, look how much money I'm making and look how much this is doing. And her channel just kind of took off. And I thought, well, what else? I've got the time. I am an expatriate in Germany. I've talked about who I am in my first video, so I won't do that here. But I thought, sure, I have the time. And so but I don't have the attention span or the ability to have a real life, do laundry, dishes, cooking, go out to the store, do all of those things, and put out a video every other day. It just wasn't going to be possible. So I made the decision quite early on. I would only commit to every other day, but I would commit to every other day. And that's what I've done for the last 10 days. And I've put out one video the first time, and then I thought, why am I only putting out one? I could put out more than one if on the same day, if my mentality has been to that point where now I know what I want to talk about. So I thought, okay, well, I'll put out as many damn videos as I want to that day, as many as I've been driven to think about content for on that day. I was what was considered a writing teacher in the United States, in college education level. But what I actually am is a rhetoric, writing, logic teacher. What I look at is the way that writing creates reality, and the way our words and the way our language that we use really impacts the world around us and our experiences of that world, our relationships, all kinds of things. So my channel is going to be about a lot of things. And there are many, many people who say, oh, you should make a niche. You should make a niche. Honey, I am too old for a niche. I don't fit in no box. And so I am going to use playlists. I know people don't want to read. They don't want to hear everything I've got to say. I don't care. You know, my friends don't want to hear everything I've got to say. I understand. But that's not going to stop me, because like Dash says, there is no oversaturation of you. And if the girl's going to sell a t-shirt, she should sell a t-shirt that says that. And she shouldn't sell one that has it down on your belly. She should have one that has it proudly up on your chest. Anyway, that's the only thing I'm going to say about that. She's right. There is no oversaturation of you. If somebody doesn't want to see something, what are they going to do? Leave you a snide comment? Hell, people have been doing that to me half my life, most of my life, all of my life. Who cares? You know, and we've got time coming with a lot of snide comments, I'm sure. There's going to be a lot of hate in this world. There's going to be a lot of stuff flying around us. We just got to do what the drag queen Jinx Monsoon was saying. She says, water off a duck's back, water off a duck's back, water off a duck's back, water off a duck's back. Just water off a duck's back. Be you. Do you. If you want to make a niche, some of these new Hope Crew creators have gorgeous, gorgeous channels. They have gorgeous videos. They have great production quality, and I'm so proud of them, and I'm sure they will shoot right through the roof. And I do not want to stop them. I want to encourage them, and I will subscribe to them, and I will help them get everything they can get. Does that mean that I'm going to do that? No, it does not. I will do what I have time and energy at 61, coming into 62 years old this next year, I have to do, at the same time as I'm doing the things I want to do, which is, like I say, I want to go back to doing some teaching. I think the world needs some logic classes right now. We need some classes on critical thinking and critical race theory. We need some thinking about how systems work in the world and how we create systems that travel for a long period of time, and how we're always under impacts of 200-year-old systems, whether we want to believe it or not. And I feel like people need to hear that there is such a thing as critical thinking. We do have strategies for how to make opinions about things and hear information and ways to do research. So I'm going to teach you how to do Wikipedia, stuff like that. You know, you can trust it if you know how to use it. So I've been teaching that for 20 years. It's nothing new. It's nothing new here. But what I'm going to do, you're not going to want to watch everything. I am going to be using playlists. I think I've said this. I'm going back around. So is there anything new I have to say now? Oh, do you know the thing that I think is the most interesting about how it's going for me right now? So, okay, I've got 15 videos. Pretty much all of them are long form. I had posted a lot of videos before of old concerts and stuff that I really just didn't want to keep on my hard drive, so there's just a bunch of old stuff up there like that. But otherwise, since I've started the channel, I've done 15, 16 videos tonight. I've only got 2 shorts. I know many of you are telling us that shorts are the way to go to drive to your channel, and I agree with you, because the 2 shorts that I have driven more traffic to my channel than anything else. One is me, an old one, playing with the washboard, and the other one is that awful happy dance challenge I did for Doron over at the Source 479, yeah. And I did it the day after the election. I was depressed as hell. I had been sick for 3 weeks under a FODMAP problem I'd had with gas so bad I couldn't walk in my stomach. It was debilitating. I couldn't walk in my stomach. Gas, so anyway, the English teacher here not going to pay attention to what I just said. There's my husband playing accordion. I know you can't hear him. Okay, and so for me, the views, I'm getting about a 3% click-through rate. I hope most all of you are doing better than me, because I am more looking at producing this kind of content that will be out there for the long run. I can go back and refilm it or whatever when I feel that I have a good something. And I really like what King Explicit says, if you can make each video 1% better. So I'm going for my video number 100, right, King? So that's a ways off because I'm on number 16 now. So I'm at like 16%, and I'm not even that because of this terrible video quality. But the thing I think that I've appreciated the most about having a YouTube channel is it has made me make choices about what I'm going to do, what content I'm going to put out there. What is it that is worth the time of my day? What is it that is worth the time of someone else's day? And that's the questions that I have to keep coming back to. And I decided to make this video now because I realized that as I'm doing this, the things I'm learning are the things that I guess I already knew, but I guess I forgot, right? Like when my first husband and I were married, we would come home at the end of the day and we would overwhelm each other for the rest of the evening with stories about work. And it could get really depressing sometimes. It could get challenging to get a good night's sleep, to have a good dinner together. And so we made a rule pretty early on in our marriage that we would have one good story and one bad story when we got home, and that would be it. So you get home, you tell your good story, you tell your bad story, however you want to do it. And then after that's done, no more talk about work. Now we're on to the evening. And that worked great. That really worked great. And so I realize that's the same thing that YouTube is doing to me. If I'm only posting every other day, then I'm taking that time to think, what content do I have to share? What do I have to do? What is it that I want to do? And then I can learn a little bit more. When I have a little more time, I can do the YouTube education stuff. I've got to find out. I just learned how to drop the end cards onto my videos last time, right? And so I guess this is something that every single one, it's all a learning experience. So if you've not started yet, get started. You're going to learn as you go. Don't worry about it. There are some people here to support you. If you tag Hope Crew, if you come into our videos and you check us out and see what we're doing, and see if anything resonates with you that helps you figure out what you can do. I really like this. I started this last week. I started the weekly poetry challenge. I've decided that it's going to drop on Mondays so I can be consistent about that. Even if I'm only posting every other day and it screws me up on my every other day schedule, I'm still going to drop a poetry challenge on Monday nights, especially working through the winter. And I want to start a little bit more just on some basic English teaching. I think there's some things to be done in that respect. A lot of immigrants, people who really will be suffering, who need to understand the conventions of English better than most of the people in the United States power structure do. So most of them can't use English correctly, so don't kid yourself. If your English is not good, and you're a foreign language speaker, if English is your second language, your English is probably better than 80% of Americans' English right now. Okay? Just relax. Don't worry. Don't worry about your English. It's all good. Okay? So I think that's all I really wanted to say for now. I wanted to just do a check-in and say, okay, yeah, I'm doing all right. I've got what did I say? I had a window pulled up and now it's all gone with my views and my stuff in it. I was going to look at and tell you while I had it on, and it just disappeared. But you can see on my videos what they're doing. They're doing okay. They're whatever. I've gotten about 20 new subscribers. I was averaging 1-2 a day new subscribers. So that's fine. If I'm in it for the long haul, I'm looking for people who will resonate with my content, and so that's all right. So I think that's all. That's overdue. I really wanted to say I enjoyed the live video today between Follow Your Bliss and Start Here Tashmir. It was wonderful. It was really a good time. I really enjoyed it. And so if you've not checked out their channels, I'm going to put those down in the description below with the rest of the Hope crew that I know about. Add your name. Let me know if you're in it. And take care. I hope you have a great success on YouTube when you're wanting a lot of money and a lot of clicks and a lot of new people. I hope you get that. And consider doing shorts. Do a lot more shorts. Make sure you have a nice bright environment. Make sure you have something that doesn't look so dark and depressing. People want to see. They don't want to click away because it looks so dark and depressing. It's really not that dark here, but it sure looks it on camera with mine. So, maybe outside is a better way. Maybe I should start filming. We do own a van, and I've talked to my husband about maybe filming out in the van. Van life videos, just even the way that they look, seem to appeal to people more. And maybe it would help me to be out in the sunshine. I don't know. But usually by the time I can do this, it's already dark here. It's already getting about 4:30 or 5 o'clock in Germany, and the sun is going down. And so the natural light source for me here at the time of day I'm able to post is not so great this time of the year. So those are all my challenges. If you have any suggestions for any more of those, I'll be glad to listen to them. I'm working on a FODMAP video to explain what these food sensitivities are. If you find yourself having a lot of food issues, and you've tried eliminating dairy or gluten and alcohol, and these things are not working, you're still having problems. Vegetables are probably your problem, and fruits, and so and sugars. So I want to do more of a video about that and about how hard it is to follow a low FODMAP diet in the future too. So that's where I'm at. That's where I'm going. That's what I'm thinking about. And I'm really enjoying everybody's videos. I want to start doing a video about here's what I'm watching this week, right? Because some of you are doing some really awesome videos, and so maybe I'll do a short video what I'm watching this week, and just show a little shout out and a little screenshot of the videos that you guys are doing, because some of them are really special and awesome. All right, thanks a lot, and talk to you probably on your channels. And again, don't worry if you don't want to watch my content. Perfectly fine. Watch what you feel like watching. I know you have lives. And I know you have your own channels to do. And I want to encourage your great success. And don't take it personally if I don't get to every one of yours. I try to let them go when I can, and watch sort of, and do what I'm doing, and keep an eye on things. And so just be here and take care, and it's always good to talk to you. Thanks for the support, and see you next time. Be free.